Welcome! Bonjour à tous, j'espère que vous allez bien. It's Thomas, France. Sorry for the 2 minutes, I was waiting a bit that YouTube and Twitch also connect because we have on multiple platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and you will have updates on Kickstarter with the YouTube video right after this live. Antonin is there, you are not seeing it, he's taking notes for the updates, but he's there. Bonjour à tous, donc comme je disais, on est en multiplateforme, on est sur Facebook, YouTube, Twitch et l'actu de Kickstarter sera juste derrière. Antonin est présent, il prend ses petites notes justement pour finir de la rédiger et d'ajouter ce que je pourrais vous dire. Et donc aujourd'hui, on a beaucoup de choses à discuter. La majorité du live va être en anglais parce que la dernière fois on a un petit peu délaissé nos backers anglophones ou internationaux. So most of the live will be in English with a really quick sum up in French because last time we really sorry we mess up a bit with the language. We really want to speak better in our own language because we are speaking English, but it's not our mother tongue, so of course we are making mistake, and sometimes it's really specific word that can create a fuzz. So, I will make this live in English and make quick sum up at the end of each of my development to translate in French for the French speaker, and of course the update right after will be in French and English. We have a lot of things to say, we have a lot of things to talk, there are a lot of things coming up, so I have my notes just to make sure that I didn't miss a point. And of course, at the end of all the video, I will create a FAQ. I will answer to all of your questions because I'm sure you have some. It's possible that during the development to not lose my mind or my flow, I will not read them, but do not worry, they are right there. I saw them and I will come back later. So let's go! Today we will talk a lot about the project, only the project. We will come back with some information that we spoke in French last time about the COVID, the implication of Universal, and of course the implication of Dominion that creates a lot of callback. So we will also talk about what is the callback and the embargo, and show you some new things. Be careful because it's with embargo I had a lot of things in my mind, so I will be really specific and not talk too much because Universal approved all of my talking today, so that's why I have not cross the line, and also to be sure that I don't spoil. However, I have few spoiler alert because some of the callback create new content and content with new visual that may be universal. So for people that really want to not be spoiled at all, I will put a spoiler alert when I talk about that or show you picture about that, and be sure that do not worry, it's not huge content. I won't show you dinosaur or stuff, it's more about pictures and things, but we'll talk about it. We will also talk about the production and the delivery and create also a little of backstage. Universal, we fought a lot with Universal to show you backstage because we know you are afraid that the production is lost or the delay is because we did not produce things. That's not the case, and we show you some picture today of what Universal allowed us to show you. So it won't be a lot, but it will probably reassure a lot of backers saying, no, it's not in the wild, it's really in the factory and everything. We are close to the delivery, we are really on it. So that will do, I think, a lot of... sorry?
Soothing. Calmness.
Yeah, that will calm a lot of you because some of you are really mean, I will say. to be nice. And we will also talk about the contract because there are some controversy coming up lately, and after the Q&A. So if that's good for you, we start with the COVID. So, just quick summary in French. Bonjour. Donc comme je disais, je fais essentiellement le live en anglais, mais je vous fais juste des petits rappels. Donc pour ceux qui étaient là au dernier live, on a beaucoup parlé des implications du Covid, du callback, etc. Je vais développer un peu plus sur l'embargo, mais pas trop vous donner d'infos non plus parce que je suis pas vraiment autorisée à vous donner plus que ce qu'Universal m'a autorisé à vous dire aujourd'hui. Donc, je vais faire un petit récapitulatif de ce qu'on s'est dit, puisqu'on n'a pas fait de vrai résumé en anglais la dernière fois. Et ensuite, on va vous parler du callback, des implications, vous montrer quelques visuels avec quelques petits spoilers, et je vous réexpliquerai au moment où on arrivera ce que ça veut dire. Et ensuite, on parlera légèrement du coup du backstage, enfin de l'arrière des productions, de comment ça fonctionne, simplement parce que Universal, on s'est un petit peu battu pour pouvoir vous montrer des photos de production, ce qu'Universal généralement n'aime pas parce que beaucoup de choses leur appartiennent, mais on s'est battu pour calmer la communauté et vous montrer que les choses avancent. Donc pas de panique, et du coup après je vous parlerai un peu du contrat et de ce qui se passe récemment sur les réseaux, de ce que je peux lire et autres. Et une petite Q&A à la fin. So, to everyone that say hi. Bonjour à tous. Sorry, I lost my notes. I don't want to say something that was not approved by Universal. So, let's start with the COVID and its impact. Of course, COVID is a really big word to say almost everything. Because it's not only COVID, the disease, the virus, the pandemic. It's also what is implied by the pandemic, like lockdown, factory close, delays, production delays, Canal of Suez. That is not basically COVID, but happened during the anti-pandemic and things. So create more delays. Now the closure of Ningbo, the port of Shenzhen. So there are things that COVID is really brought, and usually to sum up and not go further in details, we say COVID. This is not entirely true, and I will explain something that happened for the project. The first thing is universal restructuration. So I won't now go too deep in detail because it's not mine to say, it's Universal and they don't want to explain things, but the COVID really impact them. A lot of their movie, including this one, was postponed, and there are huge restructuration saying that we lose the people in charge of the project and the validation was postponed. So that was the first really big impact of the game. And this big impact, of course, creates a lot of delays and also creates a change of marketing plan. I will explain that, but when we launched the game, we were in 2019, July 2019, and the game finished its late pledge in November 2019. Then, after the end of the late pledge, we start the final validation with them, and everything was, I would say, was turning around volcanoes and Fallen Kingdom a picture and Jurassic World 1 picture, because it was the contract with Universal saying we want to promote Jurassic World and let Jurassic Park for some expansion, but not primarily Jurassic Park. So we focus on Jurassic World and the visual of Jurassic World. And then with everything coming up, the time we took to really develop the game, to structure the game, to create the asset, to start the validation, everything, we jump a year with the COVID. So we were struck by the restructuration, making lose time to the project again. And this delay make jump to Dominion marketing plan, meaning that now Universal is more interested in promoting Dominion than Fallen Kingdom. And I will say it's worse because actually they don't want to talk of Fallen Kingdom if it's not to talk about an expansion. So basically, Fallen Kingdom became the same structure as Jurassic Park. It was supposed to be only the expansion Fallen Kingdom, but the visual that we create for the entire game, based on volcano or on fire, was supposed to live. They asked us to remove it entirely, and that was after approval. So it was really complicated for us, but as you may know, the licensor always right. So we fight. We fought a lot, especially for the logo of the box. So we fought a lot, and we won on some point and lose on some others. So it's what we are calling the callback, because they say, I know that you are launching production of this product, this print. We are talking only about print there, because the miniatures was already on the way and everything. And the print is, of course, the easiest I will say things to produce in the game, because the miniature was the heaviest, but it was really time consuming. So we lose time, and we lose time with the validation, because we jump on 3 directors of validation during the time of the Kickstarter, and each time we have to restart, because the people we had in front was sometimes aware of the project, sometimes none, so they want us to restart everything, to explain everything, and at the end, as we start to not complain, because we don't complain about it, but say we need help now because the backers are being frustrated about the delays and everything, they give us someone that was there at the beginning but was high ranking in Universal to help us. So things move forward after that, really forward since, I will say, April. And then it was difficult because we had to give you the game before Dominion. And as they didn't want us to go through the miniatures of Fallen Kingdom, at least not all, we had to obtain some, I will say, over validation on what we were showing you, or we were putting in the game, and it was, I will say, a legal battle, because they decided at the end, you can use that, you can use that, you can use that. So of course, it's created a lot of things, and some of you won't like it, and I'm sorry for that. Some of you will say, oh, it's an improvement. We have our thoughts, but we will not share it with you, because we are not allowed. We are not allowed to say bad things about the project, or to say things that we think. So we don't, I will say, we will not take a part in that. We are just explaining to you the change that was imposed and things. So that was what we call COVID, and create a lot of delays. We did not leave the project. We are 100%, if it's not more, on it. So all the time working hard and fighting to make the game the better that we can. And also to create a life to the game, meaning we are not just releasing the Kickstarter, we are also working on Dominion expansion. That came to my embargo. What is an embargo? The embargo is basically we give you things to work on it, but you are not allowed to talk about it before a date. And more, I will say worse, you are not allowed to make communication before this date. So each time I want to make a live, or each time I want to create an update, I have the marketing side of Universal saying, whoa, show me what you will write, show me what you will say, and I will approve it first. So that's created a lot of delays, and I would love to say, I'm not talking about chat when you ask me a question and I answer, I'm talking about announcement and thing, because had a lot of bad news with Dominion regarding the postpone. They do not want more. So they want to be sure that everything I will say will be partially approved, meaning that the content will be approved. And like every validation, it took time. So we find a way, and I will talk about that with you just before the FAQ, to announce things to you more. I will not say weekly because in a week we have no validation made and things, but every 2 weeks without saying something. So we really thought about it, and Universal helped us to develop something that will give you updates, really focus updates, but without a word. I will explain that. We know we are not good in communication. We are really a small team, and none of us have communication degree. Or we try to improve, and if you have good comments or help, or I don't know, if you have a suggestion, please send them in the comment, in Messenger, in the Kickstarter. We take every advice possible. So that was the COVID and the embargo. So basically, before the end of May, that will be like that, because I'm not allowed to say anything. And also, even if I could answer to the chat, I don't. They are David that help us with that, and Antonin, because I know too much and I don't want to spoil anything. But you won't be disappointed by that, trust me. That's my only comment on it. So the callback. I will show you the change, the important change made by Universal on the game. And I will explain them to you, and right now. Okay, this is the box. I know you was really liking, I'm guessing, the fire, but as they want to promote Dominion, and it's also good for the game because they will also promote the game through content. I'm not yet aware of every content they will promote it, but they will promote it. It has to fit to Dominion new logo, so it's amber and not fire. Some people will like it, some people don't. We are really sorry about it. They also brought back the T-Rex on the core box because it's basically one of their stars. So we had changed, like we thought and worked with the beginning directly that what is a miniature in the box on the cover, but Universal say no, it's more appealing like that. So now you have a T-Rex and the Velociraptor and blue that are not in the box. Sorry for that, but that's the deal with license. At the end, they have the only word that matters. So this is what they say. Then, where is the rest of my pictures? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have them. The back. This is a good spoiler alert. I will explain you why. This picture is brand new. So close your eyes if you don't want to see. I will tell you when the spoiler is over. This is the new back of the action card, hero card, sorry, game. And also the action card actually. But the action card you will have not the Jurassic World miniature game icon, but the black miniatures of your faction. This is the brand new back. You will like it, you won't, it's up to you. And it's coming from the new picture of the rulebook and scenario book. So basically, you have some change. It's more colorful, everything is more yellow, turning around Dominion and the new, I will say, setting movie of Dominion. Of course, it's not Isla Nublar, and I cannot say more. And that is the good thing that Universal insists in, because at the beginning we were black. on the unit board. They said no, we really want each unit to have its own back. So now you have on back, same card, same background, but with the icon of your faction and everything. So they also will not force us, but they ask us to improve some of our material to fix to the marketing level that they require for the new Dominion. So yes, we have also things that I will talk right after, but we work a lot in correcting a lot of things, and if you think it's just one back, one thing, it's okay. I'm sorry, I just saw that someone is making marketing in my chat with I think we have a Marabouts or someone. Okay. Hi Winkler Sylvia, thank you for your gift of clairvoyance. Anyway, so yes, this is the thing, and we work a lot, and the most important is the time that this one is the V10, so the version 10 of what we proposed in the last month. So trust me, we try a lot to fit to something that still is beautiful, but still is available, I will say. So then we also work a lot with Universal on something else that I will talk, but just before I will make a quick summary for the French people and take a drink. So, donc je disais, j'ai récapitulé un petit peu ce que le Covid avait amené comme problème, qu'on avait parlé en français la dernière fois, donc notamment que le mot Covid était très large pour parler de canal de Suez et récemment même de la fermeture partielle du port de Ningbo, qui est le nôtre, manque de peau. Le projet aura subi beaucoup de déboires, mais j'ai aussi parlé en anglais du callback et expliqué ce que c'était. Donc en fait, le retard consécutif du jeu a fait que on a switché, on va dire, de plan marketing pour oublier Fallen Kingdom et se consacrer à Dominion. Donc domination, pardon, en français. Et malheureusement, tout comme la boîte Suprématie avait dû se faire renommer à cause de ça, ça a beaucoup impacté. Et ça a impacté sur plusieurs effets. Premièrement, Universal nous a fait ce que nous on a appelé le callback, parce que c'est comme ça que on a discuté avec eux régulièrement. Ils ont demandé clairement, et c'est surtout l'équipe marketing et juridique, de faire disparaître tous les volcans ou tout ce qui rappelait Fallen Kingdom, pour que Fallen Kingdom devienne plus comme le contrat initial. Tout devait tourner autour de Jurassic World et Jurassic World 1, 2 et le 3, parce que quand on a signé on savait déjà qu'il y avait un 3, et mettre Jurassic Park, qui faisait partie quand même du contrat, plus en extension ou add-on d'arrière-plan pour ramener la nouvelle franchise sur le devant de la scène. Et ce qui s'est passé, c'est simplement que du coup, ce retard dû au Covid a fait qu'ils ont dit non, maintenant vous allez me supprimer les volcans de Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom deviendra comme Jurassic Park, une extension ou un add-on, qui est d'ailleurs l'extension complète Fallen Kingdom. Et vous allez vous concentrer dorénavant beaucoup plus autour de couleurs chaudes, jaune, ambre. Donc, on n'a pas eu notre mot à dire, on s'est beaucoup battu, notamment on voulait conserver absolument le logo de la boîte parce que on trouvait que le feu était ce qu'on avait toujours ramené, etc. Mais Universal n'était pas d'accord, Universal gagne toujours, c'est le licencieur, il gagne toujours, et du coup on a retransformé beaucoup d'assets pour eux. C'est ce que j'explique en anglais, les assets, on parle de print. Donc les boîtes, les cartes, les choses qui sont assez rapides quand même à produire, sachant que les miniatures, donc les figurines avaient déjà été validées, étaient déjà bien lancées, bien achevées, etc. Donc c'était pas un souci pour les miniatures, on n'a pas touché aux figurines ou quoi que ce soit, c'était vraiment du marketing pur. Notamment, ça nous bénéficie dans le sens que oui, ils vont parler du jeu, ils vont le promouvoir et nous aider avec ça, mais ça a créé des tonnes d'autres problèmes, notamment du retard colossal. Donc je voulais venir avec vraiment des explications parce que j'entends beaucoup de choses et je vois que vous avez peur et on reviendra dessus, mais Voilà, on voulait amener tout ça. Et surtout, du coup, voilà les nouveaux visuels qui nous ont... principalement, il y en a d'autres qui sont mineurs, mais je ne peux pas tout vous montrer non plus, et surtout parce que je ne vais pas faire carte par carte, etc. Mais on parlait des gros changements. Donc le logo était le plus gros changement, ce n'est plus du feu, c'est de l'ambre. Et ça le sera pour toutes les extensions. On peut dire au revoir à notre joli logo en feu et bonjour à l'ambre pour notre logo officiel de Jurassic World Miniature Game. On a changé également les dos des cartes héros et action aussi, mais là j'ai pas la carte action sous les yeux. Pour vous dire que voilà, spoiler alerte, c'est un visuel que vous n'avez pas dû voir puisqu'il fait partie de la nouvelle collection. Enfin, nouvelle collection autorisée par Universal à vous dévoiler. Donc voilà, ça fait partie de celle-ci et il en va de même du coup pour le rulebook et le scénario book qui ont fait quelques changements de colorimétrie. Alors ça n'a pas changé drastiquement à l'intérieur à part 2-3 illustrations, mais c'est surtout les covers. Et ça a fait des tonnes et des tonnes d'allers-retours et de validation, de discussions pour obtenir ça, ce qui a créé du retard supplémentaire. Et également, la petite nouveauté, c'est que normalement, on avait des dos noirs sur les unit boards. Ils nous ont demandé de mettre quelque chose de plus... d'upgrader un peu les unit boards pour avoir un fond uni avec les cartes. Donc voilà, ça c'était pour faire un court récapitulatif. Ensuite, je vais juste vous faire un tout petit mot sur l'embargo. L'embargo, qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est en fait mon autorisation à parler du jeu Jurassic en général. Notamment parce qu'en ce moment, on travaille sur Dominion, donc la nouvelle extension, qui est censée sortir en même temps que le film, et qu'on a beaucoup d'infos, et du coup, on n'est plus autorisé à dire quoi que ce soit sans une validation écrite d'Universal. Donc, ce que je vous dis aujourd'hui, c'est pas pour rien que je suis exactement mes notes, c'est les notes qui ont été validées par Universal. Et du coup, on ne fait plus de commentaires larges, de grosses actus sans que ce soit validé. Donc, soit vous avez des résumés de ce qu'on a dit qui étaient validés, donc des résumés de live, soit vous allez avoir bientôt quelque chose où on a travaillé du coup pour pouvoir vous dire plein de choses sans dire un mot. Et on en parlera un petit peu après. I'm back in English. So, we also work with a great team that is the company Army Painter and Universal, of course, to create the game more alive with painting. It's something that I will bring to you today because it's a great news. We finally came with approval from Universal about colors and things. So we worked on Pantone of the movie. So this is the exact color of a dinosaur approved by Universal and that are not in the range of Army Painter. So brand new too. So we really work well with everyone to create these babies. So of course you will see it's the old logo, so we have to change it. But the paint are there and we have them, but even in pink. So for now it's the T-Rex kit that I received that is composed of 8 painting. Oh, I can show you there. This is the 8 painting with brush, of course, that was black. That will be black and not white, but it's the brush of the T-Rex paint set kit. And you will have a box. This is paper because it was a prototype, and I don't have yet the final one that will be produced soon with Army Painter. So this is the box that you will receive. And that you will find in the market and everything. And this Pantone that doesn't exist with Army Painter range are the exact one used to palletize, no, not palletize, because this is not, to colorize the digital dinosaur. So of course we could not put the 50 of them that create one dinosaur, but it's the original one. And we did it for almost all of the range of the dinosaur. So right now, at the beginning, it would only be the T-Rex and the Triceratops coming up. So this one are not labeled yet, but it's the official color. It was kind of tricky because Universal is only talking about Pantone, but Army Pantone is not working with Pantone because the color is not always with Pantone. So it was a lot of work, and I have a great team, and Army Pantone really help us to bring to life this these boxes and this content. And yeah, it's coming with at the same time of the game, so it's good things, almost same time of the game. So that is one of the good news, that we are working on other things for you and for the game, or expansion or things, but we are not talking about it because our main focus is still on the production of the entire stretch goal and everything. But yeah, we have a lot of things coming up. And then we finish with the callback. I could show you maybe during the next week few other change that was made or things, but I will not develop too much of the video. Will be 3 hours long, and Anthony is typing behind for the actors, so he's always saying, "Go on, faster, faster." So we talk about the COVID, we talk about the callback. Let's make a point about production. So the callback is validation ready for the core box. Supremacy has some validation waiting. So we will start the print, and it will really be really fast because it's print. And Universal, we will not give you a date. We did a lot of date for content, the community, and every time some things happen and it's tracked back in our face. So right now we will talk about the planning that you will have every 15 days to show where is the game exactly at exact time, and if it's on the bot, which is the tracker of the bot and everything. And for that we decide to get some help, meaning that apparently we are not good to finding the good container to the good price and everything. So we ask the help of ShipQuest to help us with that. So now it's professional of the fulfillment and the containers and everything that is helping us to bring back the game for you. So that is a good thing. And Universal allowed us today, and it was a huge fight for that, to show you some backstage of the game. Meaning, some of you are discussing that even we don't know when the game will come, or we don't know if it's the game is coming up, if it will be produced. So today I will show you how to make these babies, basically, through pictures, because Universal say no to the video. But we will have the picture to explain you what is a mold. And that was the longest things to make because we have a lot of minis. So I will show you today the mold of the game. And that will probably reassure some people saying, oh, the game is coming, not worry. So we have a part. The miniatures are not made in one. You have multiple parts to create them, and after they are assembled and everything. So this is the Triceratops that is right there. And this is the body of a Triceratops. I will not explain too much because I will jump, and Anthony maybe will explain it better in the Kickstarter update. This is, where is my picture? Come on, my picture ate me. And every time I want to do something, it's not working. Come on. Oh yeah, this is the tail of my Triceratops. It's not in the. Actually, I tried to change the rotation of the picture and it didn't work. So this is the tail of the Triceratops, and of course this is mercenaries. So that is what is called a mold of injection. So basically, after going huge molding injection, I'm not an engineer like Antonin, so I will not explain it right, but they inject the plastic, the PVC, and then you have miniatures that are really flexible. Not too much flexible, because at least he has some point of brush. You have also the Carnotaurus in one half part. Is missing some
lower jaw.
Lower jaw. Thank you. You have the head of the Triceratops that you were waiting for. This is the head, and you have this is something that I was allowed to show you. It was the pre-series tray. This is it's for validation. Your tray will be black, but this one was to show to Universal that we can fit everything in the box in 2 levels. The first one will hold the entire miniatures, and you will have space to store every tokens and everything. And the second that I don't have today, sorry, still have no approval for that, is the storage for the unit board, the card, and the rule book. And the map will go behind this below this tray. So it will be protected because the tray is higher than the miniature, so the map will not be compacted and will not create creases of inside the neoprene. So everything was planned by your favorite engineer. So yeah, it was some miniature. This is the raptor and another mercenary. It's a back. So you have sometimes not everything because you have one part of the mold, not 2 parts. So you have one side, you have the back of the mercenary, and of course that was mandatory. It's the universal. I'm not sure you are seeing it well, but everyone has universal. Yes, yeah, universal approval under the legal line, expectedly, and we did it. So I know you want more, and every need a validation. So during the next live, I will show you more. I will show you video as soon as I will have approval and everything. For now, I'm not allowed, but it's take time, especially because it's summer, and summer a lot of people are in vacation. But I hope you will really like what we are showing. We're using no, it's not in the dark, it's not in the wild, it's really in the factory. So do not worry about that. We are working very hard, and thanks to Universal to let us show their mold, because according to the contract it belongs to them, not to us, even if it's complicated. So we show you backstage, and I will talk just quick sum up for the French, and after I will talk just about a little thing that I saw also coming on some Kickstarter chat. Donc je vous ai montré rapidement des moules de production que nous ont autorisé à vous partager Universal, parce qu'ils voulaient absolument, on voulait absolument vous montrer que c'est pas parce qu'on vous montre pas des choses que ça n'arrive, c'est pas en train d'être fait ou quoi que ce soit, c'est juste que malheureusement on n'est pas autorisé par l'embargo à vous montrer tout ce qu'on veut, et surtout les moules ne nous appartiennent pas, ils sont à Universal. Donc ça veut dire que dès l'instant où c'est estampillé Universal, ce n'est pas à nous. On en a l'utilisation mais pas la propriété, c'est compliqué. Mais voilà, on voulait vous montrer plein de choses. Et le trait qu'on vous a montré est un trait prototypaire qui avait été validé il y a quelques temps pour justement montrer qu'Universal, on pouvait tout ranger dans la boîte. Donc c'était le trait des figurines, plus qu'au-dessus vous avez le trait pour les cartes, les plateaux, et le tapis ira en dessous du trait qu'on vous a montré. Mais bien sûr ils seront tous black, donc noirs, pas de cette couleur-là. Du coup, je pense que j'ai fait un petit tour. J'ai pas oublié de français quelque part. Je pense pas, mais dans tous les cas, au pire, si j'ai oublié de vous traduire quelque chose, j'en suis désolée. C'est très difficile de le faire en live comme ça. Et je suis pas youtubeuse, je suis pas streameuse. C'est pas mon métier, mais dans le pire des cas, vous aurez les informations dans le Reddit du Kickstarter. Donc, je vais juste vous parler du contrat et d'une méthode de communication qu'on a réussi à mettre en place. Donc, I saw yesterday, a few days ago, that there were some issue regarding the contract. The contracts belong to Exert Studio, and I will not go too much in detail. Exot Studio is its own company. Exot Studio was created the Kickstarter with Simaya at the beginning. Simaya was our partner, and unfortunately the Kickstarter was time consuming. So at one point Simaya says, sorry, but I have other things to do, over project to develop, because it's not in miniatures game, it's in collectible, and say, I would like to give you the entire game. So basically we bought each share of the game, and Universal create a new contract when we came to the renewal. It's in July 2020. And we have the entire owner of the Jurassic World miniature game now. And with Universal, of course. So we have a lot of clause in our contract saying that the game have to go release, and if it's not, Universal will take its responsibility and everything. So just to make a quick summary about things that I saw, and I already replied on Kickstarter, Universal and Exot Studio are working on Jurassic World. And only Universal and Exot Studio. So do not worry, we are fine. The game is coming, the things are going great, and we have a lot of things coming up, such as expansion and everything. Just to make a quick summary about that, I will answer to more of your questions if you have about it, and maybe create a live dedicated to that, but I don't want to bring a lot of fear in people that are not necessary. So it was just a quick sum up. And then regarding communication, we came with Universal to the fact that I'm not allowed to say what I want, even on the own production of my project, because now it's belong to the marketing to determine what I can say or not. It's the embargo. So I'm allowed to show you picture. I will say not picture, logo of things, and maybe it will be better for you because it's not time consuming for us, and we can do it really often with I'm sorry, I want to say faster. We are not in the marketing process, and it's time consuming to create something and then to send it to Universal, to have the time of the validation, the legal time, that is 2 weeks at least, and come back with a news that is 2 weeks late. So we create icons. Yeah, I will show you this icon one by one if my OBS work. My OBS ate me. Anyway, so basically is planning that we will put every 2 weeks on Kickstarter. If we have more to say, we will say something, but if we have nothing to say, we will just update the planning with every box, add-on or stretch goal coming up. So basically you will know if it's in development, like is the first icon, if it's in translation, if it's in validation, if it's in production, if it's waiting for a container, or if it's on the boat, or even on the hub, or close to the delivery. And we will do that with some command, very short command, expecting that, expecting things every 2 weeks. And it will give you an update that you will not have to read, you will just go through to see if something has changed. And of course, things will change because we have a huge planning coming up and things. And if we have more to say, we will make comments or little update upfront or after the planning. You will not lose your time, you will see change every time, and we will be able to give you more information because in this way we are not blocked by any marketing team. It's just a change of icon every time. So I hope you will like the new way we will do, and we will really commit to it, to do it every 2 weeks. I will love to do it every week. Unfortunately, validation at least 2 weeks, so you won't have a lot of change about that. So I hope you like it. If you don't, I'm sorry. Don't say that we will not make live of things, but at least you will hear from us really often and have an idea where the things are. So that was the way we were coming with, and with the approval of Universal. So now, if you have questions, I will read them quickly and try to make something in 12 minutes. I just saw, we will put real updates, like live or updates with a lot of text and translation. Unfortunately, that has to go through validation, and usually it's late, meaning that if we have an update, I don't, let's say that something is validating and I would say, oh, it's going in production, I will say it to you 3 weeks later. So in this way, even if I say 3 weeks later, the last week we launch the production of this stretch goal or anything, you will have it on the spot with this way. So you will be really on time, and our marketing communication will be always late. So it's a way to give you update more often, to hear from us every time, and we will make real updates, but it will be always late from the planning. So that's why the planning will be a way to be with us in the production. And the limited edition scenery. The limited edition scenery are under the validation of the architect, and that is really a pain because they create the decor of the game all the time. So now it's the time of scale before production, and as soon as it's in production, it will be really fast too. Just after the FAQ, I will make quick French during the. I don't think you have a lot of questions. Oh yeah, the FR version. We did not took the part of saying we will release everything in English and then after focus on other language, like some of the license of tabletop game did. We decided to do everything in once. That's why also we took longer. The translation is something that we did not want to mess up, and we had a lot of backers that review them, and professional and distributor of different countries to be sure that it was the closest of the original version. So also that's why we took time. Universal is complicated. Say so. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. An ad in the. Okay. I don't think you have a lot of questions. Maybe some. Do you think you can produce and package before the next Chinese year? Of course. If I don't, I quit. No, of course. Before the next Chinese year, you will have a lot of things coming up. It's really about a little. I won't say a delay because each time I say that something happened, I think I'm a curse to the game. So I won't say any date. You will saw it directly on the planning each time. But yeah, Chinese year is in February, January, February. We will be ready. Do not worry. Long before that. Sound like the win-win. I hope you like it. Petit page d'une validation faite par les fulfillment center envoyé par email, on n'a rien reçu, c'est normal. So Thomas is asking if it's normal that you did not receive fulfillment address center correction. Yes. Unfortunately, when we say that, we were on the short list of container and it was before callback. And now the fulfillment center do not want to make this request too early because you can change after that and it make them create a second wave. So they will did it, and as soon as you will receive it, you know that things happen really fast. But if you have change, we are always there for you. So just send a Kickstarter private message, or a Facebook private message, or an email on the contact at exotgame.com, and we will update it for you. We are always doing. David did it also. We are there. Can we expect some content from Cretaceous Camp in the future? So maybe. I will say it's in my contract. Unfortunately, it's more comics and not movie style. So it will imply that we create, I will say, kids gameplay, and for now we don't have time. You will have Battle at Big Rock, you will have Dominion, but Cretaceous we didn't start on it at all. Yes, did the delivery is still in 2 waves? Yes, it's in 2 waves. Unfortunately, if we have to wait for the stretch goal, you will not have your game this year. So we will release every really huge important stuff of the game, and the stretch goals are still under validation, and some of them cannot be released before Dominion. So yeah, it will be 2 waves, and maybe third if there are really things that are ready and we won't wait for Dinosaur coming from Dominion. So, but it won't be a lot of them. It's 5 or 6. But we will release things as soon as it's ready. We will send them. It's still possible to have a refund if I lost interest in the game. So I read a lot of things about that, saying that we are not making refund, or people that were refunded was not. Yes, we are making refund, but on legit request, meaning if it's really something that you want, we'll offer alternatives like selling to someone that wanted our things, because we already paid for production and everything. So your game is already produced. But so we will try to sell it to. We have a long list of people who wanted it, and we are not reopening the pledge manager. So of course we try to find a win-win way. But if you're really interested in selling, we will refund you. So of course, it's not massive requests. We will take one by one for good reason. Like last time I have someone that lost his job, so I say of course I will refund you. I'm not a monster. So yeah, but it's taken into consideration one by one. Thank you. We just estimate shipping time first way soon. Sorry, I will not say something because I'm cursed. When the building, actually, I'm waiting more information regarding Ningbo right now, and the waiting list of container. When the building from the COVID relief situation are going to be validated. The building will be validated soon. We are just waiting for the last validation of architect of the set. Well, it's not the architect, it's the designer of the set, but is the one that are making a lot of change during the past, and also the size, because it's unfortunately not possible to make the right scale of it. Even if it was straight for the dinosaur, the building would be really too big for us if we were making the scale. So it's things that need validation and approval. And for this one, we also need AMBLIN, so it's longer, but it will come really, really soon. I can't wait to see. I won't talk about that. Sorry. Thank you all so much for your good artwork. Cannot wait to play this game. Thank you, Press Style Player. We like to have good comments. I have to say that sometimes we like constructive comment and good comment, and we understand the backers that start to be impatient, because it's great to be impatient. We just don't like the I will say the 3 bad comment. So yeah, good comment is great. Bad comment is kind of sad for us. But yeah, but the collector is in the same wave as the T-Rex collector is in the same wave as the set. Basically, they consider that it's a replica of the movie set, so it's in the same way than the others. Digital colors are intended to help with the painting it. So we are working with Army Painter to create the step-by-step painting guide of each dinosaur, and we will give you closest. It will not be an official one because Universal pick Army Painter, but we will give you probably more like an update of things, the closest Pantone of others such as Valero or Citadel, to be able to use your own paint, and we are not allowed to give the Pantone, we are sorry. Yes, so this is things. We are almost done, and I will make just a quick summary in French to you before leaving you. So of course, if you have more questions, just continue to drop them and I will answer them. Not now in front of you, but in the comments later. Donc pour ceux que j'aurais oublié de traduire en français, je suis désolée. Comme je l'ai dit, on s'est associé, on va pas dire associé, on a demandé de l'aide à des professionnels du milieu de la logistique qui s'appellent ShipQuest pour nous aider à avoir nos conteneurs, à bien vous livrer dans les temps, autant qu'on peut, etc. Donc maintenant, la livraison est plus que entre les mains d'Exadgame, mais entre les mains de professionnels du milieu qui vont nous soutenir, nous aider et qui ont beaucoup plus de connaissances en logistique que nous. Donc ça, c'est une bonne chose. On a fait appel à des professionnels de ce milieu-là qui ont déjà plus de 300 Kickstarter derrière eux, donc ils sont habitués. Et ils gèrent le même problème que nous avec bien d'autres, donc ça permet de mutualiser. Ensuite, pour les collectors du Covid qui vont bientôt avoir un an, les validations se terminent, elles sont dans les mains des artistes qui ont designé les sets parce qu'ils sont en train de faire des petites corrections par-ci par-là et aussi de valider les proportions par rapport à la taille qui n'est pas à l'échelle des dinosaures parce que c'est pas forcément possible. Et du coup, ça arrive bientôt et dès que j'ai des actus, vous le verrez dans le nouveau planning qu'on a mis en place. Planning qui sera visuel pour éviter qu'on ait à discuter et de devoir le valider par Universal, et comme ça vous aurez les infos vraiment aussitôt que nous on les aura et pas 3 semaines après parce qu'on doit passer par une validation d'Universal pour vous dire bonjour en gros. Si il y en a qui sont motivés à reprendre le programme aussi des ambassadeurs pour nous aider à vraiment répondre dans les communications parce qu'on sait qu'on n'est pas très bon à ça et surtout parce qu'on n'est pas très nombreux, vous êtes les bienvenus. On peut créer une équipe de Discord pour mettre en place des gens qui auront des infos pour pouvoir les diffuser. Je crois que j'ai fait le tour de tout ce que j'avais à vous dire. Si j'ai manqué quelque chose, je suis désolée parce que je le fais en direct et des fois je suis pris dans un flow et tout reprendre c'est difficile, mais vous inquiétez pas, Antonin a pris des notes et on fait l'actu derrière pour que vous ayez les traductions et on mettra la vidéo de YouTube dans l'actu pour que ceux qui n'ont pas pu voir le live puissent le voir directement depuis Kickstarter. On pense à vous et on est là. Donc, oui, je pense que j'ai fait un peu le tour. Et si vous avez d'autres questions, d'autres demandes, n'importe quoi, n'hésitez pas, on est là et on répond quand même. On prend parfois un peu de temps, parce que notamment c'est août, donc la moitié de mes équipes sont en vacances. Mais on est toujours là pour vous répondre et même si ça prend parfois un petit peu de temps, on vous répondra toujours. Je vous remercie de votre attention. Thank you everyone to be there with me for 1 hour. And I see you next time. Bye bye.